Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It is Friday afternoon, 1:37 in the afternoon, so happy Friday everyone. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I am headed to the Dollar Tree right now, and so yeah, I'm looking for something in particular. So I'm going to the Dollar Tree, but first I'm going to stop for gas to fill up the truck. So on the way, I'm just going to talk about something, and so yeah, I'll just I guess when I have stuff to talk about, I don't like to just sit in front of the camera and talk. If I need to go somewhere, I'll just wait to talk about that until I go somewhere, and then I'll at least take you on a little drive while I'm talking. That way you're just not sitting there looking at me talking. So alright, so I'm going to turn you around, head to the gas station, and then once we leave the gas station, I'll start talking about it. But alright, so let's get going. So it snowed a little bit last night and this morning. Not much accumulation, as you can see. It's probably maybe a ½ inch on the ground, if that. So yeah, we're not getting a whole lot of snow. We had some frigid temperatures at the beginning of the year. Well, it's still the beginning of the year, but you know what I mean, at the beginning of the month. It's about 30 degrees out. Oh, it's 28 degrees. It's supposed to be 30 degrees today, tomorrow, and the next day, and then it goes down to like a single digit for like a day or so. But even at 30 degrees, when we went through a cold spell in the past years, and then you saw you're going to get 30 degrees, that was like a heat wave. But the 30 degrees we've been getting, today's not too bad actually. Today feels pretty good. But the last couple of days that we had 30 degrees, it actually still felt kind of frigid. And that's mostly because of the wind you get with it. I just like to move to the other side of the road when I see people walking towards this way. So gas right now is $2.75 for the cheapest. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fill up the truck with gas. So last month, when Glenn gets his Social Security, I said we fill up the truck right away. And he got his Social Security this past Wednesday, so I'm here filling up the truck. But, and I said last month that if we don't have to run a lot of errands, we still should have half a tank at the end of the month. Not the end of the month, but till the next pay period. So he got his check on Wednesday, and we still had half a tank of gas left. So that's good. All right, so I'm gonna fill it up now, so we have another full tank. All right, everyone. So I got gas. It only cost $50 to fill it up. We were a little less than half, so. But $50 still ain't bad. Alrighty, so as you can see, it's a gloomy day. My kind of day, especially in winter time. But So first, before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel if you watch my videos on a regular basis. On this channel, you just never know what you're going to get for a video from day to day. I could do a cooking video, I could do a grocery haul, I could do a combination, or I could just do my everyday life or a day in the life type of video. You just never know what you're going to get in this channel. So I appreciate all of you that are subscribed and watch my videos all the time, and like and comment. So if you couldn't tell, I'm trying to get better at replying to comments. I figured new year, new start. So with the new videos as the beginning of the year, I have been replying to the comments. So something that's been on my mind, I do a lot of reflecting in life, reflecting on past life and things like that, and when I do that, it really makes me appreciate my time in life right now. So, and what I've been really reflecting on is when I used to work a traditional job. And I have to tell you, I don't know how I did it. I have no idea how I did it, because time was not my friend at the time. And what I mean by that is, most of you know that I'm a full-time caregiver to Glenn, which is my husband, and he's disabled. He cannot walk. And that just comes from body breakdown over the years from the work he used to do, arthritis all over his back, and yeah, he just cannot walk anymore. So I have been his full-time caregiver for years. But prior to 2020, when the C word came out, and for those of you who don't know, I call it the C word because we're really not allowed to talk about it on YouTube. So I just call it the C word. But prior to that, I was working a full-time traditional job that I went to every single day, sometimes 6 and 7 days a week. I worked in manufacturing, I was in leadership, and I worked anywhere from 40 to 60 hours a week. And at that time, I was still Glenn's caregiver. So all the things I do now, I still had to do on top of my job. So, and my job, at first it was a 6 to 2 first shift job. But towards the end, it changed, and our hours went to 4 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, a 4-10 schedule, but it was always more than a 4-10 schedule. It turned out to be a 5-day, 6-day work week, still working 10 hours through the week. And I really when I first started that job for years, I loved it. You know, I loved that job. But as you know, everything changes, and manufacturing and leadership are no exception. So towards the later part of me working there, we changed to that 4-10 schedule. As I said, turned into 5 days, 6 days, overtime. Yeah. And that 4 o'clock start really, really got to me. My alarm was going off at 2:30 in the morning, because we normally had to be there a half hour before the shift start. So that means we had to be there at 3:30 at least. And as a team lead, it's usually between 3 and 3:30 for me. So in the later parts of that, I really hated it. It was one of those gut-wrenching times. where I didn't feel like I was living life anymore. I was just living to work. And it was becoming where I was getting depressed because I didn't feel like I was living life anymore, and time was not my friend. I would go to work and come home. All those years that I was working there, I worked there for 12 years. And all those years I was working there, you know, I went to my job. I would come home and I still had to do the things I'm doing now. Yard maintenance, house maintenance, projects, cooking, cleaning, all that stuff I still had to do on top of my job. And I just, I don't know how I did that. There are times now that, you know, I'm just tired, and maybe it's because the older you get, I don't know. But I just honestly don't know how I did it while working a full-time job. I really don't. I remember days where I'd get home from work and all I wanted to do was sleep, and but there was grass to be cut, projects to be done, cooking to be done, washing dishes, house to clean, and yeah, I just didn't feel like I had a life anymore. But there was other parts to that, so I'm gonna go in the Dollar Tree and I'll be back and we'll talk about it on the way home. All right, everyone, so I'm gonna head home now. Just continue what I was talking about. So, like I said in the past, I always said because of my work schedule and then having to come home and do everything, time was not my friend. And I felt like at that time that I was just living to work. And but we did have some good times, because on top of all of that, we used to go fishing every day. Not in the last years of that, but we used to go fishing in Oshkosh, which is about an hour away from us. So on top of all that, I would drive to our fishing spot and drive back from our fishing spot and then get up and go to work the next day. So there were some good times in that, but I was a very tired person, and all I wanted to do was sleep. And it felt like my days consisted of getting up, go to work, come back, do the house, you know, whatever I needed to do in the house, go to sleep, get up and do it again. And that's why I said time was not my friend. But now, as I reflect on that time of my life, and sometimes it's good to reflect on those times, because, and not in all situations, but in mine at least, I'm speaking for myself, in reflecting on that time and then looking at my life now, I appreciate so much what I have now, because I feel like I'm living life, even though we don't go anywhere in the wintertime. I say time is my friend now, because all I have is time, because we took that work portion out of it. It's not to say I don't work at home, but we took the traditional job out of that equation, and it changed so much in my life. And yeah, you would not believe how I feel from now to that part of my life. It's so different. So I guess the takeaway in this conversation is, I don't know how I did it then, but I did it. And I can say that I'm still doing it, just without that traditional job. And time has become my friend, because I have a lot of time now. So even if I'm tired, I know I can take a nap in the middle of the afternoon and I'll still have time to do stuff. So life is good now. And reflecting on life in your past life may help you appreciate what you have now. And again, I'm speaking from my situation, and it may not hold true to everybody, but it might help some people see things differently. So yeah, I just like to share that kind of stuff. If it helps at least one person, then it was worth sharing. So, alrighty. So I'm almost home now, so I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video and all my other videos. And thank you for all the support you give my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you every single day. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.